When you work out and when you try to do the things that you want to do to achieve your fitness goals, do you do it out of fear of what you can be, or do you do it out of love for yourself? So, a better way to ask you,
For anger.
do you oh,
No,
anything
My
good at
boy
home, my
just my
boy?
boy
no,
Justin
like
fighting some
actually, bro,
demons.
like, cause
He's
people
fighting some
people do
demons.
shit out of anger. You
No,
like,
I know, I know. I'm just messing with you, bro.
damn, bro,
I'm just chopping your nuts, bro. Wait, pause.
like,
The Cheap Thoughts Podcast. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Cheap Thoughts Podcast. I am here with my friends today. We got Danny.
What's good, my boy? How are you? I'm doing good.
Good, good. My boy, he said, wait, hold up, wait. He said, what's up, my boy? How are you? I'm doing good. And then I got my boy Justin over here.
what's up, bro?
Yeah, so just so you guys know, this episode is actually going to be about something pretty, like, it's an accomplishment. Like, it's a huge accomplishment. He lost a lot of weight. It was like a huge journey, and I'm talking about Danny. Justin's been perfect all his life. So
Alright.
so I'm just going to say Danny has lost so much weight, and this episode is actually going to break down how all of this started, the obstacles, the struggles, and I mean what you got to do, because he has his own step-by-step process of how
course,
you
of
did
course.
everything, and
Yeah, bro. There's always a process, bro.
it always
There's
is.
always a process, my boy.
And
So
I've had my own methods, but I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's hard to be consistent with it.
That's the hard
that's
part. The
yeah.
consistency and the mentality to keep on doing it. That's the hard part of it.
A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people have that issue
Cause
too.
that's the
But
mental side of it, bro. It's like it gets to you. You just can't let it affect you. So
And that's not just with losing weight. That's with everything in life.
yeah, bro.
word, I mean, everything in life, I feel like I could deal with that better than the weight loss thing. The loss is always a struggle.
No way.
That's
Yeah,
for me
fair
at
enough.
least.
Fair enough.
But people could look at me and be like, "Bro, you're not big. What are you talking about?" I sure as hell feel like that sometimes. When I feel
you look at
yeah,
yourself in the
yeah.
mirror, you're like,
What people see,
bro.
what people see, and what you see are two completely different things.
Word. I'm gonna start this off with the first question for Danny. So, Danny, what was the tipping point that made you decide that you want to start your weight loss journey?
All right, so it's kind of funny. You guys are familiar with Soul Five, and for the viewers who don't know what Soul Five is, it's basically a place where we go to play soccer, and they have cameras where they record you playing. Back in November 2021, I went to go Soul Five. I'm not sure if you were there, but I was playing with some of my friends, and I watched the video back after to see some of the bangers that I scored. When I was looking at the video, I noticed that my boobs were jumping. And
Yo,
no
wait,
bullshit, no
hold up.
bullshit, no
Nah,
bullshit,
bro, you can't
no
say it like that, my
bullshit.
boy. That's what you noticed when you saw
I
it.
noticed that my man boobs were jumping. That's exactly what I noticed. I'm talking about straight up B cup. My boobs were jumping. I needed a bra. That's how bad this shit was.
Damn,
That shit was
bro.
Yeah. And for a while I was always in denial. My mom would tell me, or my family just in general, was like, Danny, you're getting a little bit bigger. Clothes is getting tighter, and I would feel it, but I was always that's the stage one is always denial.
Your family told you that?
They would, for my own good, because I'm 5'4", I'm a small guy. The 5'4", your male physique should be anywhere between 120 pounds to 145, 150 at max, depending on your muscle mass. I was 175, borderline 180. Like, that's how big I was. I'm talking about medium, barely. I used to give shirt stretch marks. That's how bad that shit was. So it was no joke. It was no joke. And my mom, for my own good, and not just her, and I'm not just singling her out. My family in general would be like, Danny, like, watch out what you're eating, because I wasn't eating right, bro. I was not eating right. We'll get into that later, but I wasn't eating good. And I was always just in denial, like, nah, like, you guys are wrong. Like, I like the way I look. And in reality, I was lying to myself. I wasn't happy with what I saw in the mirror. And that day when we went to go play soccer and I saw that, and I was just like, nah, like, I gotta do something about this. And from that day, that's when I really decided, is like, I need to change. That was a tipping point for me.
That's dope, yeah. Cause that's like the same thing that I said, bro. Like I looked at myself in the mirror, bro. I'm like, bro, like I need to work, bro. Like I need to put in work. Like when I had my knee surgery and shit, bro. Like that's exactly what I did, bro. Like I had no muscle here, bro. Like this was gone. So
Did you feel out of shape too when you were out, like,
yeah,
out
bro. I
of it?
felt mad out of shape, bro. Like I felt like sluggish every
That's
day.
I
Every day I
hate
felt
that
mad
feeling.
sluggish. So like I didn't like that feeling. So then yeah, bro. I mean that's dope that
Exactly. And one thing also is you feel so lazy and unaccomplished, but you don't realize that in the moment. It's only until the whole process is over, that you realize that damn, like the lifestyle I was living before, it wasn't good at all. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, but
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what makes it hard though? Like when your parents have that talk with you or your friends or anyone and they
Yeah.
say, "Yo, you're getting fat." Like
Okay.
you be feeling like you
Right,
be feeling
relax.
like you
Like
don't
they
want to
give
like
It wasn't straight like that. It's not exactly how she said it.
it wasn't like that, but if they like
That'd be
come
crazy. I'm not gonna
like that's
lie.
the point. Like I'm
They give
cutting
you a
straight to the
certain look
chase.
like, yo, you're looking fat.
Like if someone came to me like saying like yo like I feel like I'd rather hear it that way than hear like the long like slow version of
What?
it like
All right, but
son
listen,
you're getting a little
listen.
you're getting a little overweight.
Listen,
It's not good for your health.
listen.
I'm gonna get deep
Yo.
with it. A lot of people stop at that point.
You're gonna feel mad
A lot of
insecure.
people
You're gonna look at yourself like, dang.
Bro, my mom ain't gonna straight up call me and say, "Yo, Danny, you're looking kind of big over there, buddy." Like, she's not really gonna tell me that. She's gonna try to tell me cut back on what you're eating, you know. But me being the stubborn person that I am, I didn't listen, and I would always deny it until I saw that video and I realized that, yo, I need to do something about this because this is not right. Like I needed a brawl, bro. Like this wasn't fun.
Yeah, no, I
Nah,
that's
word, bro.
I'm glad that you're working on it now though. But the next question that I actually have for you is how did you approach setting your goals for weight loss?
One thing my mom always told me when we had this talk was, she was just like, she was basically, I'm gonna give you guys my meal plan real quick. Back when I was bigger, wake up in the morning, coffee, and bacon, egg, and cheese every single day in the morning, 5, 6 days a week, maybe 7. Go home, I'll have whatever it is for lunch. And at this point, I was working at Target where we would close at 10 o'clock at night. I would get home, it would be like 10:30, 11 o'clock. The only thing open at that time is fast food restaurants or Chinese restaurants, those type of things. So I would have a bacon, egg, and cheese in the morning, whatever it would be for lunch, and then I would just eat straight up fast food for dinner. And then this was around the time where me and my ex or girl at that time, we would love to binge watch movies. And while binge watching it, I would legit dog a whole bag of like a party size bag of chips. Like that was my meal plan every single day. And one thing my mom always told me when I really was, wanting to lose the weight, she was just like, even if you just cut back on the snacks or the unnecessary snacks that you're eating, that's gonna make a big difference. And me trying to move away from that stubbornness, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this a try. So when I tell you I went 3 months without touching chips, soda, candy, I went 3 months without touching any of that. And the results that I got were incredible. Like that was honestly something that it helped me lose like the first 20 pounds just by cutting off those unnecessary snacks that I was eating.
And wouldn't it get hard though to cut all of those things off? Like
It
let
is
that stuff
hard,
go?
bro. Like the temptations, because at that point it was borderline an addiction. Like having chips
Yeah.
every day, it was borderline an addiction. That's what it was. I was addicted to that stuff. It was hard, but again, that's where the mental part of it comes in. And you just have to say no, bro. Like as much as my stomach is grumbling right now, and I worked at Target, so I had all those things there at my disposal every single day. If I needed a bag of chips or wanted it, I can go buy it. It was just that mental side of not doing it, which was the hardest part, and it did get hard. Believe me, throughout those 3 months, it killed me because my family are all foodies. We all love food. Not everybody's big, but we all love
Everybody love
food.
food, man. Yeah, word.
And there's always snacks on the table. We're Portuguese. We love to eat bread. That's one thing that's really hard to cut out, bro. Like eating bread like not eating bread in the Portuguese culture is basically considered a sin. Like that's what that is.
What?
So it was hard, but when you have a goal that you want to reach, you have to meet those standards that you set for yourself and just get it done. And that's not just with weight loss, that's in life. If you have goals, don't let nothing get in the way with it. As hard as it may be, at the end, I'm living proof of it. And there's more people out there like that, that the end result is going to be way better and it's going to make all your sacrifices worth it.
When it comes to food, it is a struggle. Like, and even the bread part, like I still struggle with that now. You feel me? And it's like to make those type of sacrifices, that's not for the weak. And I feel like um that's probably what a lot of people have to deal with. It's not even like just an addiction. I feel like people just do it when they're bored. So when they're not like focused on something, I feel like people just eat. People feel the need to eat. When you're watching TV, when you're watching something, you'll also feel the need to want to eat. So I feel like a good way to just eat or like control yourself better is to be a little bit more productive with the things you do.
Yeah, for
So
sure, for sure. I try to keep myself busy a lot, especially with the exercise part of it and at work. I try to keep myself busy so it keeps my mind off of it because at the end of the day, I did lose all this weight, but inside I'm still that chubby kid that I was for 20 years of my life. That's still me at the end of the day. I still love food. I try to portion myself a little bit, but the temptation is always going to be there, regardless if you lose the weight or not. So it's really just the mental side of it. I love food. That's always gonna be a part of me, but you just gotta learn that if you really want it, you have to make it happen.
but how did you actually track your progress with all the stuff that you've been trying to do?
All right. So another one, my mom is a big factor in all of this. She got me an Apple Watch for Christmas, and that thing was just sitting in my. I hated watches, bro. That thing was just sitting in my drawer for a year. I didn't touch it for nothing until this time came along, and I realized I was like, I started researching how do I need to lose weight, and then they were just like the main way you need to lose weight is by tracking your calories. And then I noticed that the Apple Watch that I had sitting in my drawer the whole time tracks your calories that you lose or the calories that you burn throughout the day. So that was one of the main ways that I tracked the way that I was losing calories. And then as well as I just try to stay productive throughout the whole day. Before I would, if I wasn't at work, I was just sitting down playing FIFA, watching movies. Then I try to just walk around, um, run a little bit, play soccer even more than I was before on my free time because I realized that the only way to really make the progress was to break out of the old habits that you had before. And playing FIFA for 5, 6 hours a day, sitting down, munching on snacks wasn't it. So those 5 or 6 hours that I would have been sitting down, now I'm up being active. So even though I didn't know exactly to the extent of how much it was gonna work, I had to give it a shot. And after about 2 months, when those medium-sized shirts that were so tight on me started to feel loose, I was a 36-30 in jeans. I am now a 30-30 in jeans. And
Wow.
after about 3 months, I had gone down like a pant size in jeans, and I started realizing that just by not those 5, 6 hours that I would have been sitting down, not doing that, and just having the Apple Watch and not eating those bags of chips late at night and stuff like that, that made a huge difference. And when I first dropped those pant sizes, I realized it was hard, but it can be done, and that just pushed me to keep on going.
I gotta find my Apple Watch, bro, because that's actually crazy. I have mine also in a drawer right now
Yeah.
somewhere. Like I gotta look for it because I didn't know that. And all Apple Watches can like keep track of even the most basic ones because that's
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
I
yeah.
got.
I
I
mean, the
didn't.
one that I have is like from 2020, bro. So this is the old generation. So if it's tracking mine, it should be good enough.
Yeah, because I got like the most basic one because I never wanted to invest too much into an Apple
Right.
Watch. So I'm not a big fan of
I
Apple
mean,
when
it
it
doesn't
comes to
have to
that,
be Apple
but
Watch. You can get like a Fitbit, which is like a lot cheaper too. So
yeah. So all right, that's a cool alternative. I want to find my Apple Watch because I didn't even know that it could get as deep as that, like in depth to like get
yeah.
detail of all the stuff that or keep track of all the stuff that you're working towards. So I'm gonna definitely look into that. Justin, don't you have an Apple Watch
No, I
too?
don't.
You don't?
Nah, I never carried that, but I really want one though, bro.
You can
Cause
just
like,
keep
bro,
mine at
I
this
be
point.
running it and shit like almost every Tuesday and Thursday with my running group. So like, it'd be way easier if I had an Apple Watch and I just track my running time.
Quick question about you and your running group, right? When you run, because you're not I run a lot, I run every day. I have an elliptical.
Yeah.
But the only reason that I like doing that is because I'm not a type of person that can like run to music. I don't know how to
Run
explain
to
it. I
music?
can't run to
You can't
music.
run to
What?
I
music?
can't run to it's
What?
weird. I can't run to music. Like I just get
I mean,
mad bored.
bro, like sometimes I don't be running with my music.
Cause
Sometimes I
Cause
just run
yeah,
without my headphones.
like I listen to music whenever I'm there. In my car, I listen to music. I'm just like, I'm not about to be running and listening to the same songs that I listen to every day.
You gotta switch it up, my boy.
What?
That's
My
You,
playlist
why.
is
bro,
dry,
you
bro.
gotta
My
switch it
playlist
up,
is
my
dry,
All right,
boy.
what do you
son.
listen to normally? Like, what's the genre?
Bro, there's
Genre
like
at least.
thousands of music, bro.
I
Like,
mean, listen. Recently, it's been a whole lot of bachata, bro. Like that's what I've been getting into, bro. A lot.
Running to bachata?
I
But
wouldn't run to bachata.
no, but I mean, I
I
have
mean, I could, but
my playlist. My playlist is a variety of everything, though. You get me? I have some rap in there. I have some hip hop. I have some Spanish music. I have a little bit of everything in there. But I listen to those songs so often that I just can't spend literally 10 hours a day listening to music. So what I do is I get the iPad that we have. I put it on the stand. I listen to soccer podcasts. I watch soccer videos. I recently with the Euros and the Copa America going on, I'm running through games. Like I can legit run on the elliptical for 3, 4 hours and watch 2 soccer games at a time, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, you could do that too.
So
Or
Like
some
listen to it. You mean?
no, I'm watching it. I have the iPad on the stand and I'm watching the
or like
games.
bro, like you could like hear like motivation, like
That
people
don't work.
just
That don't work for me, bro.
what?
I don't know why. It
Bro,
just doesn't
I'm
work
hearing
for me.
David Goggins on my headphones. I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yo.
yesterday I was running on the elliptical and I was listening to my man's podcast. You guys got to check that out.
Oh yeah.
You guys got to check it out.
I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I would
That
not be
that
able
was
to.
motivational right there.
I can't watch a podcast or listen to a podcast and still run. I mean, in some
Word,
cases I could, but like I really want to listen to music. I want to feel it.
Like,
you
bro,
know?
honestly, bro, it depends on the game. Like, if it's a semifinal or a final, okay, maybe. But like, bro, like I want to be locked in. Like, you feel me? Like, I can't watch a game and then like, you feel me? Like,
Bro,
nah.
when
It
I
just doesn't work
remember-
like that for me.
I remember back like in January or February, whenever it was, when the African Cup of Nations was going on, I was just straight up watching like Zimbabwe against like Nigeria or something like that, and I was just enjoying it, bro. It was fun. But that's what I meant to ask you. Like when you're running, because I know I hate running outside. That's one thing. Like I can't run and just look.
Bro,
at
if
stuff.
you run outside, it's way better for you,
You
bro.
think?
Yeah, bro, because like
Might have to try that out.
you're in the atmosphere, bro. Like you're
But you're doing it with people though, right?
Yeah, I do like a big group. So like there's a
That-
bunch
yeah,
of
that
people
makes more
there
sense.
and they motivate you. They have like real good like mindsets, bro. So like they push you and just,
How long do you guys usually run for?
for about an hour, maybe hour and a half. Sometimes
not
like
bad.
after, like we do like a cool down, so we just walk around the whole Wari track field and then we just talk and just it's
That's
pretty
good
cool.
vibes. That's good vibes.
Yeah.
So you can say that you're a better runner now that you got in better shape.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You actually like it? Did you like it before?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I hated running, but I realized that was one of the main factors as like why I lost weight. So I had to learn to love it. I still don't know if I love it, but I have to like convince myself that I do because it sucks getting up every day and getting on that elliptical or that treadmill, whatever it is, to
Yeah, of
run.
course.
But you think about what I think about what I looked like before, and I'm like, yeah, I need to get my ass up and get on that treadmill and start
That's
running
good,
because
bro. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna ask you a deeper question. When you work out, do you do it out of hate for yourself or who you used to be, or do you do it out of love for the future?
Okay, there's two parts to that question. At the beginning, when I first wanted to lose weight, it was out of hate of what I looked like. Now I do it out of love because I love how I look like right now. I love how I love how I feel like right now. So even though it does suck running, I learned to love it and I continue loving it. So I do it out of love right now.
looking at me like that?
I
You look so
continue
fed up.
right now I do it out of love right now. At the beginning it was out of hate, but right now it's out of love because I love myself and I want to continue to love myself. You got me?
That's good, bro. Nah.
No, that's a good way to look at it. I feel like you can get results of both, but one feels better than the other.
Yeah, for
'cause
sure.
I've been in both. You know, when I would work out, there was phases in my life where I would have so much anger, so much fuel, like, oh fuck, yo, I don't want to be like how I used to be. Like I want to be better. I'm tired of being so left behind, you know? But then it also comes to a point where like, yo, I gotta make peace with myself. Like I can't hate myself so
Right.
much because like this is not it's not gonna get me it's not gonna make me feel good about where I end up.
That's the thing though. It's like it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, again, it goes back to it's all just about the mentality. If you really want something done, my mom says it all the time. If you want something, you make it happen. Like so yeah, you can have all that hate in you, but as if it drives you to a better place to where the point where you start doing something that you initially did out of hate, but now you're doing it just because you want to do it for yourself, that's great. You get me? Like I did it at the beginning because I hated how I looked, I hated how I felt, I hated looking at the mirror. But now I do it because I wanted to continue love what I'm seeing in the mirror. I wanted to continue to love how I feel every day when I wake up in the morning and when I go to bed because right now it's probably the best I've ever felt emotionally and physically.
Like,
You
you
got
gotta
me?
make every day count.
Exactly.
Yeah. You wanna go to
Exactly.
bed feeling like you accomplished some shit.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, like when I'm done running and I go to work and I walk a lot at work, my knees are killing me. But the sense of accomplishment that you feel is something that you can't really put it into words because you it hurts, but it's a good pain. You get
Cause
me?
like it drains you mentally and physically,
it
bro,
does.
and like spiritually as well, bro. Like you feel that shit, everything in your body, bro.
It does. That's a lot. I used to be one of those people that I always kind of like shitting on people that went to the gym. I'm like, yeah, they're fighting their demons or whatever and
Yeah.
whatnot. I used to be one of those people. I was like, yeah, they're just saying that just to say that. Until you start doing it, and then you start realizing it's like, bro, like honestly, you feel great after you work out. And this is not me telling anybody, oh, you need to go to the gym, right? You don't need to go to the gym to feel happy. But I will say that the sense of accomplishment that you feel after you get something done that you want to get done, whether that be with working out or just in general, like for example, if you're in school, getting that big assignment done or whatnot, the sense of accomplishment that you feel after you just get it done is amazing.
That's that is a cool feeling. I've been on that end too. It's I used to like not like the gym, but a lot of people also judge them for being there and being so intense about it. But like after reading one of these books from David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me, bro, it's like a different world. Like you for the people that don't work out, if you don't work out right now, this is your time to actually step into that world because it's different. It'll be different. You will feel different, and your mind and everything is going to alter for something into something better, even if you don't like it in the beginning. It's always going to be that way. It's always going to start off like really rough, but there is
Yeah.
light at the end of that tunnel.
No,
So,
You just
100%.
gotta show up,
yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. And
basically, bro.
I'm I'm gonna be honest, cause I'm not always the most consistent guy when it comes to working out. There will be phases where I stop and then I continue and I stop and I continue. But the key thing is that I don't stop for good. You know, I always keep my mind open to that because it's your health.
Right.
It's your health, it's your mental health, it's your physical health, it's all of it. And I want to stay in shape for soccer. Like I don't want to be ass. I'm sorry. There's too many people that I've played with already that yo, if they went to the gym, they would be so much
Yup.
better.
Yup.
They would be way better
I mean,
than
not
how
really.
they play normally.
They could go to gym, but they also gotta train as well by
Of course,
themselves.
I know they gotta train
Cause
for
like,
soccer,
bro,
but
like gym is just building muscle. Like anybody could go to gym and build muscle,
also
bro.
build stamina, also stretch.
Yeah, stamina you could build while running and shit. But
That's
like I'm
one
saying, like
thing.
you could do that shit outside. You feel me?
Also, like it when you go to the gym, you'll feel more confident in whatever you do, whether
No, yeah, of
it's doing a
course.
podcast or wrestling or even soccer. So I feel like if some of those people went to the gym, some people, I'm subbing some of y'all, flojos, you know who you are,
But honestly, I feel
they'd
like
be way better.
it's more on the training side.
That's
Yes,
one
it's
thing.
both.
One thing that I also feel like I also gained out of all this was that like it is what it is mentality. You get me? Like you kind of like realize that what happened before happened, and you don't let it phase you anymore. And that's one thing that I really gained as like just like a life lesson. It's like now I view as like a situation,
It's a
and
lesson.
it's
Like
yeah, it's like it's listen, it happened. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? You just can't let it get in the way or stop you from continuing. Like life goes on,
it's
basically.
like
That's
it's
basically what
you
I'm trying to tell
versus
you.
you type shit. Like you're telling
Exactly.
yourself that. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like somebody tells me that, I'm
Damn.
gonna do something about it.
Someone went up to your face and said, "What are you gonna do about it?" You're gonna get mad.
Like,
Yeah.
listen,
I don't like that
once
shit.
you gain or learn that it is what it is mentality, that changes you completely. Like, you don't let almost anything phase you. And if something really does bother you, you fix it.
So, with all the good that's come with it, there also must have been some of the bad, which is
Yep.
my next question. Were there any specific challenges or setbacks that you have faced on this journey?
All right. Yeah. There's a couple. So right at the start of again, I told you guys before at the beginning that my family loves food. So there's always food surrounded. When we're all together, there's food at the table, snacks at the table. We have kids in our family, they love their Nutella crepes or whatever it be. So at the beginning, when I was cutting out all those snacks and stuff, to have my family around me eating it and me having to say no, which was something that I never did, that was such a huge struggle. And when I finally did lose those first 20 pounds or so around there, it didn't just, oh, yeah, I lost 20 pounds. I'm good. No, I lost those 20 pounds and I was just like, okay, the 20 pounds are always the hardest ones to lose, in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but the 20 pounds are always the hardest ones to lose because you're losing water weight, but not actual fat itself. But it's always hard to lose. And then I was like, all right, now I lost it. And then I was like, maybe I can get a little bit skinnier. Maybe I want to know what it feels like to have abs. So some of the challenges that I faced was saying no to my family whenever they had like food, even though it does suck because everybody's over here eating some nice desserts, having some nice ice creams, and I'm just chilling in the corner, not being able to have it. And then another one was a big one. Is I don't know if this happens to everybody, but it happened with me. Is I felt kind of low on energy for some reason. I don't know if it's because I was like in extreme calorie deficit. That might have been it. That it kind of had mood swings where I would have people telling me it's like, Danny, you're not as happy as you seem like you were before when you were chubbier. But that was, I feel like, because I was just getting used to this whole new body that I was in. And with being in a whole new body, it's a whole new set of emotions. You're a whole new person. You're trying to figure out who you are at that point. And I feel like now I'm getting to that point where I'm figuring out who I am in this new kind of body, you know? So I always felt like I had mood swings where I wasn't as happy all the time. Little comments that never used to piss me off before would start to piss me off, whether it be from family or from friends. I got really, really distant from some of the people next to me. Like I would like whenever somebody would tell me like you don't seem as happy as you were when you were chubby, like I would kind of take that to heart, which I shouldn't take it to heart because it was true. But I only realized that now looking back at it. So I feel like I struggled a little bit um with just I guess being happy in a way because I wasn't sure who I was in this new body. I wasn't sure who I was after losing all that weight because I was so used to being chubby Danny, you know? And another one of the struggles that I got was, for example, playing soccer. We've all played here together. And I'm 5'4". These guys are like 5'10" and above. And when I
I'm
tell you
six
we
foot.
used to go how much?
6 foot.
Six foot,
You're
my
not
fault, my
six
fault, my
foot.
fault.
You're
I
not six
am. I
foot.
am 6
No,
foot.
you're
Yes, I
not.
am.
No, you're not, bro. I'm taller than you.
No, you're not,
I am
bro. How
taller
tall are
than
you?
you. I'm
I
I'm
don't I don't
six
have to
foot.
face these problems.
You're not 6
You're
foot,
not
bro.
6 foot, bro. I'm
You
taller than you.
no, you're not, bro.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not six.
yeah.
We're gonna have to check that out
All
after
right,
this, but you're not
Yeah.
6 foot, my boy. There's no
all right.
shot.
But anyways, back to the point.
Right.
So I used to play we still play a lot, but back then, when I would play with them, they're a lot bigger than me. And you guys wouldn't expect me to be able to body them, but I think you guys can say that I would give you guys a run for your money, right or wrong?
No,
Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah.
When we play,
So one thing that did affect me was especially my play style at soccer. I had to change that completely. Before I was like a fat Valverde, bro. I was just running everywhere like a pit bull, trying to go for every 50-50 challenge, bodying people left and right.
and you'd win some of those too
Yeah, exactly.
sometimes.
Against people that were a lot bigger than me. And then I used to have such a strong shot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
she used to
that.
be a
I
cannon.
remember that.
It used to be a
Yeah.
cannon.
Cannon.
So I mean, nothing like Justin's left peg, but it's alright. It's alright. We're
That's
gonna go away from
funny.
it.
Your shit's
So
it's crazy too, though.
Yeah.
so when I lost all that weight, bro, my legs felt like jello. I would go into like, for example, I remember we went to SoFi when I first like lost all that weight. I went body to body. I was like, hold up, why did I just go flying 5 feet when before we would be in that corner going at it?
Going at it crazy.
Exactly.
Like dogs,
Like
bro.
dogs, literally.
I honestly,
Oh, real quick, he's the only Dominican I know that's actually good at soccer. Let's put it that way.
I'm the only Dominican that plays soccer.
All right, relax,
Nah, nah, nah,
relax,
nah, nah.
relax. Yes, I did get quicker. That was one thing. But what's the point of being quick if I can't shoot the ball from 20 yards out? So I had to learn how to play soccer again. And now I feel like my prime is coming back right now. Like I feel like
That's the best, bro.
exactly.
When your
There's
prime
nothing like
comes
that
back, bro,
feeling.
it's like, yeah, you
You
feel all
feel
that
good.
energy.
You do,
and
you
shit.
do.
yeah.
But it's like you just want to hit the field again and just go at it, bro.
Yeah.
Until you play like shit, and then you're like, but so I had to learn how to play soccer again, like completely, bro. Like, cause again, my style of play before wasn't running as much. It was, let me go challenge this person body to body that I can probably beat and shoot that banger from the halfway line, and it has a 5 or 6 out of 10 chances of going in. To then running everywhere, and what I realized recently was I run a lot. I can run for 3-4 hours in a row. Maybe just stop to take like a piss or something real quick, and I'll be back. So what I realized is I'm finally getting the strength back in my legs so I can shoot a little bit harder than I did at the beginning when I first initially lost weight. I'm a lot quicker than I was before, so I'm using that now to my advantage so I can just outrun people. And one thing I do now that I never did before was I press you nonstop. Like, unless we're messing around where it doesn't matter is one thing, but if we're playing like, winner gets off kind of thing, I will press the hell out of you and I will outrun you. So while you're over here gasping for air, I'm on you and I'm behind you. So that's one of the main changes that I saw.
That's cool. So you basically lost your strength but you've also gained speed.
Yeah.
And then now you're sort of getting your strengths like back up
Yeah,
there.
exact. I'm getting my upper strength. I'm not a big person. I'm not like I run. I don't like to lift weights. That's just not me. I don't find joy in that. Maybe I will in the future, but as of right now, I don't find joy in that. So upper body strength for me is not something that I'm really concerned about. But the lower part of me, yes, like that. I need that because I used to shoot really hard, and now I shoot harder than I did maybe a year ago. But it's not as to how it was before. Man, I really want to get that back because that was such a good asset to have where you can just shoot and know that you have a really good chance of it going in.
I'm gonna be honest, you should probably look into calisthenics because I know that's tough, but bro, I don't know. You just seem like the type that I could see the strength coming back, but different than before. Like even
Yeah,
back then when you
there's
were a little
potential
bit,
there. I can do it if I put my mind to it for sure.
yeah, like when you were on the heavy side, you were strong and you may have lost that a bit, but I feel like you can get that back and it could be double, triple, like how it used to be.
Right.
Like when it comes in terms of strength, you can actually kill it, bro. I think you should get into calisthenics. It
I can
improves
give it
you
a
in
shot.
soccer. I'm gonna do it too. I'm not gonna just tell you to do it. I want to get into it, but personally, I feel like if you do calisthenics, you could probably play almost any sport. Obviously, yes, Justin, you need training for the sport in particular. Like you can't just work out and then play. I get it, but I'm just saying, I've seen people out there that don't play that much soccer or other sports and things like that. They're in incredible shape, and yeah, they might not play as good, but you sure as hell don't want to defend them when they got that ball.
For
You don't
sure.
want them to defend
For
you.
sure.
Like there's like Randy's a prime example, bro. When it comes to soccer, he could use a little bit more training, but when it comes to like him running at you or
The work
strength,
rate, it's the work rate, bro, and that's one thing that I gained, like, after I lost weight was my work rate. Cause before I wouldn't really press you. He's
No,
he's
but
over here dissing Randy.
he's such a hater,
no,
bro.
just go, man.
He's like,
So,
nah.
I mean, but no, yeah, no, for sure, the work rate, bro, is something that I gained. Like, now I know I can outrun most of the people I play against, unless it's obviously somebody like Justin, it's completely different because he does the same amount of running as I do. But, how many people do you know can really run for 2 hours without stopping, you know? Not many. So, if I know I can outrun you, that means I can outwork you, which is one thing that I gained that I didn't have before. So I lost something, I gained something, and honestly, I feel like my prime is coming back now, and I know that it's not gonna stop here.
This is actually like really inspirational for a lot of people out there. I hope that they take this message and they use this whole episode as something to their advantage because a lot of people, like I said, they get stuck. They get really stuck. We all do. We're only human. But I feel like there's after that part, after you get through that obstacle, it gets easier. You know, like or not that it gets easier, you get stronger. You become better. So I feel like people should definitely take this opportunity or this episode as a sign to really get started with their goals, with their dreams, with the things that they want to work towards in terms of their since we're talking about health in this episode, you know, their health, their physical health. I feel like that it'll change your world. You'll see colors, like you'll feel life, you'll feel different. Your mentality, everything changes as you change, like with your own body. So that actually leads me up to my next question. What advice would you give to others who are on a similar weight loss journey?
I would just say believe in yourself. Um, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. Like anything in life, it's not gonna be easy. Um, one thing you have to do is learn how to say no to food. Um, and I don't know who exactly it was, but I was listening a while back to some type of like TED talk, and they were just saying that there's 24 hours in the day. You sleep for about 7, 8 of them. You go to work for another 8. That's what, 16 hours? That still leaves another 8 hours throughout the day. You mean to tell me you can't find 1 hour throughout those 8 hours to go to the gym or to just go on a jog? So I'm gonna tell you right now, 30 minutes, an hour at the gym makes a big difference. It really does, especially at the start. And I'm gonna tell you that my advice is that it sucks, but it gets better. It gets better and you feel a lot better when it's done. So my advice would be just push through it. Find that mental strength that I know everybody has because it's not just me. Everybody in this room and everybody in this world has that mental strength if they really try to get it and just keep on going. Learn how to say no to certain stuff because there's some stuff that are just not good for you. And specifically in regards to weight loss, learn how to moderate. Um, one thing that I did was, for example, let's say Chinese food that I would get late at night, it would usually be like 4-piece chicken wings with pork fried rice. I would eat half of that. Would I be hungry as hell? Yes. But after about 2 months, when you try to eat that third wing, you can't do it anymore because your stomach shrank. So learn how to moderate, learn how to say no, and just have discipline overall.
But keyword, bro, like what he said is just believing in yourself. Cause, bro, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna have no discipline, no motivation, no consistency, and just other shit, bro. So
Is there anything else that you also want to add, Justin, to in terms of like advice for people that are trying to
no, I
lose weight?
mean that's basically what I wanted to say, bro. Just believe in yourself, bro.
Yeah, of course, because the gym isn't. Let's be honest here. The gym isn't for everybody. Working out isn't for everybody.
Yeah,
But
bro.
you don't need to go to the gym to lose weight. Honestly, if you really just want to shred, if you're not me, one thing, my main goal at the beginning was just to lose weight. It wasn't to have abs. Now I do, luckily, but that wasn't my main goal. My main goal was just to shred a couple pounds to the point where my clothes can fit me properly, right?
Yeah, and like you believed in yourself,
Exactly.
and that's what happened.
And I didn't start exercising until maybe like 5 or 6 months into it. And without those 5 or 6 months, I burned like 20, 25 pounds. So I lost weight without going to the gym or running at all.
Bro, people don't know that, bro. Like that source of like just believing, bro. Like it,
hmm
bro. Like you could do anything, bro.
You can. You really can. Honestly, the weight for people specifically
Like
to
just the
people.
word itself, bro. Like I'm sorry to cut you
There
off,
you go.
but like, bro, like that shit goes a long way, bro.
It does. It does. It
Yeah,
does.
strong on the faith.
Yeah,
On the faith,
bro.
right? It
Believing.
does.
I,
It does.
I see that, Justin. I understand.
Because
Believe in
I'm
yourself.
gonna be honest with you, bro. At the beginning, I was.
sorry, bro. It's just that Justin's really strong on the faith for
he's
that.
straight.
That's everything. That's everything.
But
He's
no,
right though.
but he's right. He's
Cause,
right.
bro, like I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't believe in myself that I could like recover from this shit, like I wouldn't like be able to recover. Like,
That's another thing. For example, I look at it now. I'm like, bro, if I have my ACL, like if I was to ever have my meniscus tear to my ACL tear to something like that,
cause
I don't
yeah,
believe that I can come back from it, right? Like that was my mentality when I first started to lose weight. I was like, yo, I don't think I can do this. But you never know until you try.
yeah, bro.
Until that first day where you say no to those goddamn bag of chips at 11 o'clock at night, until you do that for the first time, and that's what anything in life, until you say no for the first time, you're never going to give yourself a chance, ever. So Justin, for example, we were talking off air and he was telling me how about he pushed through the pain.
Yeah, bro.
That sucks. It sucked,
Like,
right, Justin, pushing through
yeah,
that
bro,
pain?
pushing through the pain, bro. Like I was doing push-ups with the brace and shit. Like, I was doing like my regular workouts with just the brace on, bro. And that itself, like I would do like dumbbell workouts. Like this would be the bench, right? And then my leg would just be like locked in like that. So I'd just be like this. Dumbbells and shit.
So again, the pain is sucked. But look at him now, bro. He's back on the field. He
Yeah.
feels his prime is coming back.
I feel it, bro. I feel it,
He
bro.
feels it. He feels
Like I'm not
it.
at
Exactly.
100%, but like right now, I feel like out of like 0 from 100%, I'm like at least 85 or 90%. So
And
it's
he
almost up there, but I just gotta keep going at it because I still gotta be like more physical when it comes to
Mhm.
like defending and stuff.
and
But
he did all that through faith and believing in himself. Same thing with
yeah,
me, because
bro.
I didn't believe I can lose weight until I said no for the first time. And then you start to see the weight going down a little bit, then you start to believe a little bit. So my thing is, you might not believe it at first. It's gonna be hard, but like Justin said, have faith and it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna be honest. How do I explain this in the most like I'm trying to make people understand because it's gonna be difficult to explain this. But I feel like at some point, I feel like Justin during his injury, tearing his ACL, and when he was in that bed, the guy was depressed. Like bro was so depressed, and I've never in all my life I've known Justin. I've known him for a long time. I've never seen him in the state that he was in mentally.
I didn't think I was gonna get to this point. I'm not gonna lie.
You never.
But
That's the thing, though. You never do, bro. You never do.
But like,
what I wanted to
yeah. Sorry,
Bro,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
let
so
me-
sorry.
I'm speaking for you, my boy. I'm speaking for you.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm in the moment right now.
I
He's
know.
feeling himself a little
But
bit.
I'm about to bring up something interesting. I feel like you believed in yourself so much that even when you were depressed and you gave up, because there was a point where you were in that state of giving up, I feel like subconsciously your body didn't let you. Like even though you were, even though, yeah, I know that's kind of crazy. Even though you were in that bed in your worst state of mind, like giving up, you were still stretching your muscles. You were still trying to move your body
Yeah,
around.
that's facts.
You were still trying to get up and eat and try to like make sure that you take care of yourself really well. And I feel like you had so much faith in yourself that even when you lost a little bit of faith, like your body wouldn't let you give up on yourself. Like you still thought about soccer.
Guess
You
what,
still,
bro? That was
Yo,
God doing that shit.
that
That was God.
was God. And honestly, he's always protecting us. He's always like everything that he does is for a reason. And he definitely put you through that state of mind because it was a test. And now you're back here and it's you came back way stronger than you ever been. And I feel like that's something that we got to be grateful for. Like there's always going to be
Of course,
obstacles
bro.
in front of
Every
us.
day, bro, I'm grateful and just appreciative of like
I
where I'm
saw
at right now.
I saw a good quote the other day, not too long ago, that was saying that God doesn't put you through nothing He knows you can't get through.
Yeah, bro.
That's wild.
And
That's deep.
He doesn't, and that's living proof right there. I mean, me personally, I have a good life. I can't say that I've ever really experienced depression.
Bro.
I can't lie to you like that. I haven't.
But you've experienced struggle.
To a certain extent, yes, I've experienced physical struggle. Another thing was, I guess the saddest point was when this whole weight loss thing was going on. It was when me and my ex had like broken up. So that I guess that was kind of like fuel in a way, but it was nothing towards her because I have no hate towards the girl at all. But that kind of like pushed me a little bit because I was just like I wanted to be a better version for myself in a way. So in a way, I guess I was going through something and that kind of fueled me a little bit, just same way that Justin was struggling and that fueled him to keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
But damn, bro, I was really in a depressing state of mind. I'm not gonna
you
lie.
were, bro.
But
You-
Justin, did you realize you were depressed at the time, or you just realized that now looking back at it?
Bro,
Looking
he-
back at it,
Looking back, you never realized it in the moment.
But
a lot of the times
honestly,
you don't.
bro, your hair was like crazy. You
No,
had a whole beard,
no, I did-
bro.
I did realize,
You had
yeah.
a whole beard.
I did realize, yeah, I was depressed.
Bro was in bed like just staring into a void, and I was there like I'm like,
Yo,
that's not. But it wasn't so bad because it
bro,
wasn't
I had
like,
a whole beard, bro. Like,
bro,
legit.
he had baggy eyes, he had a beard, and bro was like
My
in
shit
bed,
was scruffy,
staring
bro. Like,
into
this shit
a
was
void.
long.
He was telling me, he's like, yo, I grew a beard. And like I'm not even trying to like make fun of it. It's just that like it was so unlike him, bro. It was so not like him. But everything ended up being good that night because we ended up ordering a pizza and watching a movie, and it couldn't have been so bad. It was the start of something. I felt like in that moment, like I just felt Justin wasn't really giving up. That's why I had faith in him. Like I wasn't even gonna give him the talk or
That was
'cause
giving me power, bro.
everything that needed to happen in that moment happened. Like I feel like he came through. I'm speaking a lot for you. Like I obviously don't know what your mind's going through. I was paying attention to his
But
actions.
what you're saying is spot on, though. Like,
There's a lesson in everything.
Yeah.
So the lesson may not be great, and it's gonna suck in the moment, whatever it may be, but you're gonna get something out of it.
yeah.
And whether you realize in the moment what that lesson is, eventually you're gonna be like, damn, that really impacted me in a way. You know?
Yeah. In short, there's beauty in struggle.
There's
There's a lot of beauty because we wouldn't be who we are if we didn't. Even if it's a heavy struggle or if it's something
to
like
make us learn, bro, that like we have power. You feel me?
We
Like
do.
to get through like those type of struggles. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man. Damn, this was a good ass episode.
It
Holy
was,
shit.
right?
I think that's a wrap, yo. I appreciate you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you guys watch the previous episodes that we've had already. Danny, I appreciate you for being here, bro. You're really good at doing podcasts. I ain't
Thank you for
lie.
having me on, bro. I really appreciate it, man.
That's cool. And Justin, you're always here. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. You're always here, bro. Like honestly, he wasn't even supposed to be on this episode.
yeah,
Not
I was
that he
just,
wasn't
I was
supposed
just
to.
here.
It
Bro.
wasn't planned, but bro spawned in. So I appreciate you regardless. Thank you, bro. And thank you guys, the viewers, for watching this. I enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys use this and take this as a valuable lesson, a valuable episode. I hope it helps you. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace out. What?
No, never mind, bro. Just go on with your
Got it.
closing, bro.
Shut
Damn.
it.
All right. Until next time, stay tuned. I'll see you guys. Deuces. Say bye.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out, guys.
I'm just messing with you. You're so scared.
We're not scared.
You're scared.
I'm not-
Obviously
I'm
scared.
not scared.
And you're not 6 foot.
I am.
You're not
6
6 foot.
Why
No,
are you
you're
always gonna have
You're
an
not 6
argument?
foot.
You always gotta have a discussion, bro.